So who's sick? Oh no.
went back to the ship, and we had to take the book to the Summer Forge, like we'd been told. And we've got like a hanky that'll take us into the Feywild once we get there. And Titania's gonna be waiting for us at the Summer Forge on the Feywild side to destroy the book. So we went to Thane, and we went to Itagar, and not a lot really exciting happened there, I guess. Hatch ate a lot of seafood, and I burned my uncle, and then it's fine. And then we sent our boat out to do like quick shipping runs for like a week at a time, and then come back to Itagar to check that we were back. And they get 30% of the profits, and then we get 70%, which will be divvied up between like running the ship and then our profits. So that'll be exciting. We got some horses, which is cool. We rode out. Dax has his awesome paladin summoned horse guy back. His name's Leon Kerr. He's pretty cool. Dax is really committed to bringing him everywhere, though, which I wasn't anticipating. Which has been interesting. Anyway, so then we got to Cafford, which was a big town. There were some like orky kind of guys near there, and the paladins couldn't help because they were on the border. There were problems in the north, and so it was bad. And then some other people saw some goblins, they thought, and they were freaking out about it. And then some people were like, shit, there's a dragon in the swamps and it's eating sheep. And we were like, what are you talking about? So then there was some stuff. We found a bunch of gnolls. We found this like group of gnolls that were going through Thane, and we killed them. And they had this awesome box, which had this cool rock in it, and the rock is like pure, like taint.
Evil.
Oh god, it's so cool. It's just like a complete, like 100% distilled, pure form of that taint that was in the water in Sayre.
Mm-hmm.
And like we got this box, and I went and Tijuana and got a rat, and I touched it to the thing, and the rat like turned black and was like boiling to death. It was so cool. So then we took the Knoll head to ask it questions later, and we found out that like they had actually been in the Songlands and gotten the box from there from some bald guy, and they were gonna take it to Drokar and then go to the Baeladoroha. I think I wrote that down right. In the Underdark, because their boss says that they needed it, and we think that it's like a big market in the Underdark. So at some point we need to go there and figure out why this guy wants the taint first of all, and then like who they actually got it from, the Songland, so we can go back to that person and figure out what the hell's going on there. What was the way they described it as taint manifest? Baeldorha. There it is.
Baeldorha.
Safe zone of the Underdark. It's just strict laws about attacking others, and it's like a market. There's lots of drow and shit. Cool as fuck. So then, we were on our way to Ingstone, and we heard screams, and we went there to figure out what was going on, and there was a bunch of kobolds who were like burning down this farmhouse and trying to take these children to eat them, and we were like, what the fuck? So we killed them all, and in the process we met Wynn, who's beautiful and a bard. And at that point Hatch had left, and we were like, look at this guy, this gorgeous bard man. And we were like, you look like an elf, and he was like, no, I'm an Eladric. And we were like, cool, whatevs. And then he decided to come with us because he likes to have fun, and we were going to go have some fun. And we was like, sweet, let's kill a dragon and be heroes. It was cool. So then we got to Ingstone, and Wynn did this thing where he made everybody in town his groupie. And they gave us shit for free, which was fun. And we found out that there was a farm 5 miles north of town that had like been ruined by the dragon, basically. So we took some sheep and some other stuff to give them back things, and went there to talk to them the next day. And then we went to the farm and found out that the dragon had attacked them, but hadn't like eaten anybody or killed anyone. But that like they didn't know how long that would last. So then we decided we would deal with the dragon. So went to a town called Waygate, on the edge of the swamp, and we talked to some people, including a guy called Conrad who ran the town. And he said that Cagden. Do you remember Cagden, the old dwarf guy back in Howe? Cagden, right? So Cagden had rode through a while ahead of us with a couple, like a 10-ish other dwarf guys, and was like, gonna deal with the dragon. We were like, he's definitely dead, because he was super old. So we were trying to like catch up with him to stop him, but he was always a bit too far ahead. So Conrad told us that Cagden had gone and made a deal with this like hag in the swamps to get information on where Mandath was. But that after that, the hag had actually made a deal with Mandath directly to work with him, and was like extorting the town for half of their profits, or she was going to take their kids. So then while we were there, she sent some pixie people, and they were like, this isn't half, I'm taking the fucking kids anyway. And we were like, this is shit. So we killed them all, and then we went and killed the hag. And she didn't have anything interesting. It was really boring. No books, no nothing. Oh, wait, except for 3 chests full of shit that almost killed Sylph. I guess there was a lot of
And
stuff
you forgot,
in there.
she totally didn't act like she should, according to the book.
She totally didn't act like she should have according to the book. The book said that hags make deals and they like information, and Saren was all, I'm going to make a deal, I got info, and she was like, I don't care, and so it was really annoying. So then we went back to Waygate, and we were like, the hag's dead. And they were like, thanks, man. We're going to help you out. So they gave us an 8-year-old girl to guide us to the temple-ish. But we were like, well, she'll take us to the lizard folk town instead, because that's closer. And then we'll send her home safely. Which didn't work out. Anyway, so we get to the lizard folk village, and they're being attacked by Yuan Ti, like the cool snake people that I've been trying to get information about for fucking months. But we had to kill them all. And they also spoke Abyssal, which I did not speak, which was infuriating. And then we killed them all, and then one of them got away. So then we decided to go to the Yuan Ti camp to scope it out. And I believe that it was at that point that we met Osmorn, correct? Or a little bit later?
Later.
A little bit later. Anyway, oh yeah, we also killed a guy called Tuscan and his raiders. He was a bad guy. Anyway, back to Marlowe. Blah, blah, blah. Swamp Witch, Dragon, Dinner, Mandath. I got ahead of my notes. Hang on. So then we head to Yuan Ti camp. I scoped it out. And that's more about hags. God damn. I wrote a lot about that book. And yeah, Yuan Ti. Oh, and Bink didn't like Win. Bink showed up and was like, "Why do you have this guy? He didn't run away."
The feeling was mutual.
He ran away from Queen Mab, but he doesn't call her Queen anymore. We can't say her name. Anyway, and then Yuan Ti camp. We went to the Yuan Ti camp and we scoped it out, and there was like a bunch of them, and they were trying to find something they're trying to find the old temple, that this old Yuan Ti temple that had risen up out of the dirt, which is where Mandath was living. And they were trying to get to the temple. We didn't really know why. And we tried to scope it out, but there was like over 60 of them, so we couldn't really do too much. So then we were like, well, maybe if we get the Yuan Ti to attack, then they'll like thin out the number of kobolds and lizard folk who are like inhabiting the temple, so we can get to the dragon. But also now apparently there's like cool shit inside the temple, so we don't really know what to do. So then we were heading towards the temple, and we went to the temple and we found it, and it's super cool and old looking. And then we were camping, and that's when we met Osmond, who at the time was pretending to be a guy called Alan, who just sold bad potions and was telling stories about some really cool guy called Osborne. But he actually was Osborne, which was really annoying. And then we were gonna go into the temple, but then they kidnapped that girl that was guiding us. So we had to go back and free her from like this little group of Yuan-Ti that were trying to capture us. So we freed her and killed all of them, and we found out that the Yuan-Ti were trying to get into the temple for something called the Source, but they wouldn't tell us what it was. Or they didn't really know. They just knew it was the Source. So then we told them to go back to town. And so then we went back to the temple, and we tried to do some funky stuff where we were like, you know, oh, we're trying to trick them into attacking each other. It didn't super work, but it was worth a shot. So then we went back to the temple, and we talked to a kobold skull that we had brought along from the time we attacked the kobolds, and we found like a little entrance on the side of the temple, so we didn't have to go through the front, and then we went in, and then we were attacked by kobolds, and we killed them, but then Osborne, who's like chatty guy, talked our way in and convinced them that we were wanting to worship the dragon, and so then the kobolds took us to the dragon directly. And then we found Cagden, and he's alive, but he only has one leg. And it was like at the bottom of the temple in this big cavern, and there was this huge cool rock, which was like the taint, but like a giant boulder. Oh, it was so cool. And then there was like this whole section of the Yuan-Ti temple, which had like undead Yuan-Ti in there from God knows how long ago, and like a huge undead snake, but we couldn't go in, and the only way we know about it is because Wynn was in there when he was ethereal, because we had an oil of etherealness, and it was awesome, but we couldn't go, which was really upsetting. Oh, shit, I forgot all about fucking Albert. So we met with the like personality of the swamp, and a fae lady called Auntie Atropos before we went to the temple. And Albert was like, I'm going to drag the temple back under the ground, but you got to get rid of the dragon. And also get that book and that tainted rock out of my fucking swamp, you assholes. And also I made a really clever deal with the fae lady for a really excellent piece of information. It was super useful. That's also when Dax was really mean to me and like said mean things, and that was mean. So just so you know, Dax has been a butt. And then
If she doesn't agree with what I say, it's because what I said was bad, right?
Isn't Dax always a butt though?
He's such a butt.
Hasn't changed.
You can read all about it in Downtime about how much of a butt he was. Anyway, so back to the dragon. So we were fighting the dragon, and the dragon every now and then would land on this huge cool rock, and it would like give him back some of his health with this like big necrotic energy burst. And I really wanted to touch it, but no one would let me. So then we almost killed the dragon. He got away with 7 health. It was infuriating. But then as soon as he was gone, fucking Albert, the genius loci of the swamp, was like, cool, guess it's time to drown the fucking temple. So he dragged the whole thing under, and they didn't let me go look at anything. I got no books. I got no pottery. I got no sketches. I have nothing. So, of course, I ran to the rock to get some of it, because I got to get out of there with something to show for it to study. And I chipped some of it off, and I might be infected with darkness. Who knows? But we got out, and the temple's buried again. And we still have to get the book to Thorforge.
Yeah.
Did I forget anything?
Albert wanted you to come back and see him again.
I forgot that.
Yeah, and you guys saved some of the kobolds. There were a lot of kobold commoners, like, in the temple, as well as, like, you know, like, meaner kobolds. Like, they all went to go, like, hang out with the dragon because they thought he was cool. And as the temple was sinking, they did help a lot of the commoners escape, which was mighty awesome of them.
Sarah wanted to kill all of them earlier.
They were
Especially the
insane.
little children.
You know what?
It was
Man.
very close.
They like were eating human children before. All right.
That's a fairly valid point, but
Not all kobolds are the same, man.
yeah.
I don't know. I kind of feel like they're pretty much the same.
Their tokens all look the same, but
They do,
they all
they
look
all
alike.
This racism against kobolds needs to end right now. I'm putting my foot down.
Win doesn't care one race to the other. They're all inferior.
Hmm.
Okay, so you guys are outside of the temple. It's now like completely sunk below the swamp. The water is like just turning into mud, and the mud is kind of like hardening and stuff. It's still muddy, but it's no longer like completely liquid. And the kobolds have escaped. Did you guys already did you rest, or did we just kind of leave it there last week?
We used the coin before the dragon got away, so we like didn't rest when we got out. We kind of left it.
Okay. Oh, and Mac, you will notice you have 2 cards in Roll20. We are using I'm playtesting an inspiration deck instead of just regular inspiration points. When you guys get inspiration, you'll get a card, and they do different things depending on you can use them on yourself, you can use them on other people, you can hold up to 5 of them at one time. So we'll be using those. It's more of a reminder that you have inspiration things, and just some different things.
Okay.
And so, all right. So what are you guys doing? You're out. Osmorn is he's saying Osmorny type things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do Cleve the dishonor of trying to imitate Osmorn, but he's very pleased with himself. He's not as pleased at the fact that like you guys didn't get much in the way of loot. He's telling like any lingering kobolds like how cool he is. Rowdowser is just like he seems kind of shocked right now. He's very like he's followed you guys like all over the place, and he followed you into the swamp. And
Oh right, Roundhouser's a dragonborn who's helping us. I forgot that.
And yeah, he's like a scholar. He most of his abilities he used just to protect himself as he was learning about like other races in the realms, and he definitely did not expect to be getting into all of this trouble with y'all, and and he was all on board with like fighting the dragon. Now that it's over, it's like he's kind of like we fought the dragon. That
we did. It was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
My robes are tattered.
Well, it's not over yet. We still need to track it down and
Did I
make
die?
sure it's taken care of. No, you're still alive.
I felt like I may have died. Like when he hit me that first time.
It looked for a second like you might have bit the dust right there, but I was able to get you up. Don't worry, you're alive.
I'm just kind of my books, and he goes and checks and makes sure his notebooks are all. Yeah, some of them are a little water stained, but they're not bad.
Dax, there's no way that dragon is coming back here.
Maybe
There's
not
no
back
way
here.
We can catch him up.
It's wounded. I mean, it has to rest soon, right?
It does.
Maybe
But
it's
how
some.
far can it fly before it needs to do that?
I don't know.
It's can it fly to the ocean and go under it? It was under the pools for a long period of time. It may not come back up until it's been fully rested.
We should speak to this Albert fellow, see if he might know where the dragon is, or if this swamp creature is cooperative, see if he can tell us.
Sarah's like sifting through the like tensor's floating disc of random crap she was grabbing as the things like sunk.
Mhm.
Just on the off chance that there's something vaguely useful or interesting in there.
Cagden. It was like a mess.
Cagden, when you got to the temple, did you go through the part that had the undead snakes in it?
Undead snakes? No, no. We were captured too quickly. We didn't have much time for sightseeing. I mean, not that I'm saying that undead snakes are sightseeing, but you know what I mean. They fell on us pretty quickly.
Yeah. Are you do you need healing? Are you okay?
I'm about as good as I'm gonna get now. I mean, I'll probably need a peg leg. I definitely think it's time for me to retire. I'm not sure about this other leg. It might be better to eventually just cut it off and get 2 peg legs.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work.
Hey, did you ever find your nephew?
I never did.
Oh.
Standing near a tree by you guys is that guy that was hanging out with Anti-Atropos, and the older guy, Lawfrey, is just hanging out. He's just kind of like leaning against a tree. Just like arms crossed, he's just watching you.
Of course he is.
When?
Yes.
Write down everything. Everything you saw. Like, draw me pictures if you can. Stick figures, maps, anything.
I just hold my hands up. I don't have any paper or pen.
I have so much paper. Here.
Well, I wouldn't want to take it from you.
No, please. Just anything. Like,
Maybe you could put it to song, and that's how you remember it.
Actually, I would prefer that you just write it. Descriptive prose can distract from the actual information. If people get poetic, they tend to sort of gloss over things. Just facts and what you saw, please.
All right. I'll eventually get to it, and I take some paper.
No, like, can you... But fresher is better. Like, now, maybe if we sat down right now, and you just draw, like, pictures, maps, drawing, writing, anything, all of it. Just
sometimes it takes a little while sometimes to gather your thoughts, organize it.
I don't know if you want to gather them or organize them. Just write down everything, and then I'll organize it for you. Just, you could stream of consciousness, the whole thing. What it smelled like. I don't care.
So y'all killed that dragon?
You're the only... Hang on a second. You're the only person... You're the only living person who's been in there that I can talk to about it for fuck knows how long. So you have to write down everything.
My memory is pretty good.
Yeah, but write it down. Everybody says that. And then what if the dragon came back tomorrow and you got eaten? Or you got hit up on the head, or you don't write it down and then you get really old and you forget things. Like,
or what if I write it down and someone steals it and makes their way into the temple and grabs everything before you can get to it?
They won't have the directions. I have the directions.
So you didn't kill the dragon?
It got away.
We need to track it down.
When, please.
All right, Sarahwin. But you owe me.
I do. I'm perfectly willing. In fact, if you want, and I'll pull out the note that Win wrote. I haven't read this. If you want it back as payment, I haven't had time yet.
It's already written.
Okay. Well, then I do owe you. And I'll whatever it is that you think it's worth. That's fine.
You still haven't learned about Fey deals, but okay.
I don't think you understand the value of the information that you have.
Oh, I do. One favor.
Good deal at twice the price.
Yeah, if you're done jawing amongst yourselves, I was sent to bring you back to the Genius Loci there.
Is it genius or genus?
Genius. Like a smart feller.
Right, not genus, like a root.
Yeah, no, not like a root. Although he's made up of roots.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought.
And mud.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whatever he's made up of, we need to head back and speak to him about what happened. We should get moving quickly.
Yeah, just follow me. I'll lead you back there.
I'll do one last, just quick walk around the area where the temple was, just double checking that nothing useful popped up. And then I'll follow them.
Oh, good. Win remembers most of the things from before.
Oh, God.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I keep stepping on you, baby. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on you. Right under the desk. Nothing really pops up. I mean, like scraps of Kobold stuff, mostly. Some scraps of Lizard Man stuff. Mostly kind of half stuck in the solidifying mud.
All right.
But Offer's like, all right, come on now, let's. No time to dilly dally. That guy gets a bit grumpy. So you guys follow him back to the that weird place where he with that weird face. Let me, even though you're not there right now, Drina, let me put you on the thing so you can see, or can you see the faces and stuff?
Yeah, I can see everything.
Okay, good. All right. So he brings you back there. The hut is still there. Auntie Atropos is sitting on she's sitting on the porch in a rocking chair. Looks like she's knitting something. And he's like, "Y'all thirsty? We got some lemonade from Marlowe before."
I think a cool drink would be
right
good.
away.
Yeah, me too.
Sarahwin,
No, I'm okay.
you're thirsty.
No, I'm okay.
You're going to need to stay hydrated if you want to remember everything.
I'll remember fine. I'm not thirsty.
Yeah, and Auntie Atropos she's sitting there knitting. You notice her hands are just they're pretty withered and old, but they seem to be pretty. They're moving pretty well. She's got these long jagged nails as she's sitting there knitting. There's a tray with a bunch of glasses and a big pitcher of lemonade with some lemons in it. We didn't make it out of swamp water. That's pure fresh water out there. So y'all enjoy. I think the genius Lokai is just kind of he's settling things up with that temple. He should be along any moment. And pretty much as he says that, the something starts rising up out of the ground in the clearing near the face where it was before. And there he is, Albert or whatever his name is, just kind of chilling. And he looks over at you guys and it is done. The temple is back beneath the earth.
Yes, thank you for stating the obvious. We were in it when you started.
Where is the dragon now?
It sleeps beneath the swamp. It is hurt badly.
But do you think it will recover? Or do you have it trapped?
It is no longer in the temple. It is not a concern of mine.
But it is within the swamp, yes?
Yes.
Can you show us where it is?
I need you to leave the swamp with the darkness you carry.
If you show us where the dragon is, we will leave as soon as we can after we have dealt with it.
I need you to leave with the darkness you carry.
I'm
I will drop
Very-
you outside of the swamp. Well, not drop you necessarily, but you know.
What will happen when the dragon comes back?
It can no longer touch the darkness in the temple. It will do what it does. It will probably leave. It may stay.
If we give you the darkness that we possess and you bury it, can you take us to
No,
the dragon
no.
that we can do? Why not?
Because we need it.
We need it for.
We need it to study, to test, to experiment on, to figure it out.
There's all sources that you could find about the taint or whatever. You found darkness in other places. This dragon's here right now. It's going to cause more harm if we don't deal with it. That was the whole point of us coming in here, to deal with the dragon.
You would give me the stone and the book.
We're destroying the book.
The book contains darkness. It must leave, or I can bury it.
We plan on burying it forever. Not here, though.
Then you must leave.
Dax is pretty frustrated right now with this situation he is that the group has found themselves in.
It is a frustrating situation, to be sure.
The dragon doesn't sound like it was acting naturally for itself. X, I don't think the people here have anything to fear from it. I think we do later.
I hope you're right, because that's the only situation. It's the only way we'll be able to get out of here, I guess. I guess we won't give you anything then. We'll be on our way. We'll leave immediately.
Excellent. You have my thanks for defeating the dragon, chasing him from the temple.
What does that mean? What does your thanks mean?
No. It means I thank you. I'm appreciative. I don't know what you want from me, man. He doesn't say that.
Right.
You're pretty funny though.
He sinks back into the earth slowly, and as he does, a path opens up behind the cabin, like off to the side. And Lawfrey's like, "Well, that's the way out." If y'all are ready to head out, it'd probably be a good idea.
I'd
Well,
be more than happy to get out of the swamp, so I don't need Roudhauser.
Yes.
One last time.
Boom.
Thank you, Roudhauser. Isn't that much nicer than dealing with a dragon?
Auntie Atropos says, before you leave, young lady, would you come inside for a moment and just help me with something?
Sure.
I'm going to try to nudge my way towards the house, stay outside, and try to listen.
You can try.
Yeah. Try to see if I can do it without people noticing.
Okay. As far as you know, no one has noticed. Or at least, like, Auntie Atropos hasn't noticed.
Yeah.
I kind of walk into the house kind of distractedly.
Okay. And she closes the door. And she's like, Sarowyn, dear, your first favor.
Oh, already?
Soon. The stone you took from within the temple, the piece of the rock.
Yeah.
What I'd like you to do with it, and you mustn't tell anyone. It would be very dangerous for you to tell anyone this, but what I'd like you to do with it is to place it on the 42nd page of the book when you hand it to when you hand it off to be destroyed.
Why?
It's not important why.
It's on the 42nd page. Have you read the book?
I know what's in the book.
What's in the book? What does it say? Is it all just spells, or is there any actual information about who wrote it, or how they were using the taint?
It's all just spells and such, and things of destructive nature. And I'd like to possibly tell you more, but I'm afraid that would that would be beyond my that would be beyond our deal. I mean, maybe for 3 more favors, I could give you some more information.
Well, if it's just spells, though, none of them would be useful. And I mean, unless there's a spell in there that could be reversed in order to cleanse or defeat or protect against the taint, then that might be worth it.
Wynn, give me a perception check, Wynn. There's nothing like that. You just hear like it almost sounds like dishes are being washed.
Yep.
No, there's nothing that would help to defeat the taint in there. It's just an old cursed book, and I just need that stone placed on page 42.
I don't have advantage. I just rolled it on. Well, I mean, it would be safest for me to do that right here.
That's fine.
All right. Okay. Well, okay. Every other time I've opened the book, things have gotten weird, though.
It'll be safe for you to open the book right here for a moment, for a brief moment, long enough to put the stone in. I wouldn't dally.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages really quickly right before I do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll pull the book out and I'll undo the stitching on the pack and count. Like, I won't open the book yet. I'll count with my fingernail until I get to page 42.
Mm-hmm.
Is it this page, or are there like those kinds of weird pages at the front that are labeled like IXV because they're the introduction? Do I need to go to page like 57 or something like that?
No, the 42nd page.
It is,
I
so
mean,
it
they're
just
not
starts at
numbered,
one?
just the 42nd page.
They're not numbered? There
No.
isn't an index?
No, there's no index.
You know, it's not acceptable. Well, no wonder it's not a useful book. They didn't bother with accurate. Anyway. Okay. I'm going to do it now. Okay. Do I have to look away or something? Like, if I read it, what would happen?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, but what would happen?
There's the slight possibility that your friends would be trapped here forever.
Oh. Okay, that's not good.
No.
All right.
And
Okay.
I'm sure that
Okay.
I'm sure the Genius Loci would be very upset if you were trapped here forever.
Yes, well, I don't like him anyway, so I don't really care what he thinks. Okay. Don't think I have anything that would let me make an automatic copy of a page of a book, which is really upsetting. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna open the book. Just gonna open it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna open it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. On the count of 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And I open the book and I read like a sentence, and then I put the stone in and I close the book.
Okay.
But like the topic sentence at the top of the page to give me an idea of what the page is.
Closure.
That's all it says?
Yeah. I mean, that's the topic. That's the top line of the page. In large letters, it says closure.
Okay, and then I close the book and I sew it back up.
Okay.
Closure of what?
You don't need to worry about that.
But I'm not worried. I'm curious.
You shouldn't be curious about that either.
Why not?
Young Sarowin, your curiosity is a delight and a danger.
I'm aware, but closure of what?
It's not important right now, and it's not for me to say at this time.
Well, who
I'm
would
sorry
say?
if you're not going to like me as much as you don't like the Genius Loci for that, but
No, that's all right. You're not destroying anything, I don't think. Are you? This isn't going to destroy anything, is it? I mean, we're destroying the book anyway.
right, you're destroying the book anyway.
Who could tell me what that means?
I
Or
wouldn't.
what it's for, what it does?
Those who would know are those who you probably should not ask.
So then who are you doing it for?
It's not important.
Except that it is important.
Well, I mean, you're asking quite a few questions. Answers are not free, young lady.
Yeah, but now that I've done this favor, I'm not so sure I want to give you any more, because I really want that rock. Are there places I could get more of them?
There are plenty of places where you could get more of them. I
Plenty?
wouldn't want to. I'm not sure why you would want to get more of them.
Well, because if everybody, you have to look at a thing to understand it. That's why. I don't understand. People don't realize. So,
Some things just shouldn't be understood. They should just be gotten rid of. These
yes,
stones
but
are some of those things.
but nobody can get rid of them. Can anybody get rid of them? Can it be destroyed? Can it be cleansed? Can it be protected against? Is there anything that I could? Anything?
Again with the questions, young lady.
Oh,
But I do
tell you what.
like
I'll
you.
tell you what. I tell you what. I'll give you back another favor if you tell me where I could find the answers to everything I'm looking for.
Well, some of the answers were in the temple that you helped to bury.
I didn't bury it. That foolish tree did.
The paladins probably have some of the answers you're looking for.
Which paladins?
The ones here in Thane.
Really?
I can't remember their name off the top of my head. Daxamire, help me.
The Chevaliers?
Cavaliers.
Thank you,
Yeah.
the Cavaliers. And there are those in Drokar who know quite a bit as well. They have quite a few answers. I wouldn't go looking for them, though.
But who in Drakkar? There are a lot of people in Drakkar, and there are a lot of paladins.
That's my answer for one favor.
I said where I could go to find those answers, though. You've just given me vague locations that are enormous.
That's where the answers are.
Okay. This sucks.
And this is why we don't make deals with Fae.
Tell me something else.
It's time for you to be going.
One question.
3 favors.
No, this is a philosophical question.
Let me
one.
hear the philosophical question and I'll...
The philosophical question is, how come I'm the only one who seems to think that studying this would be useful for getting rid of it? Is this just like a when people get old, they stop being creative thing? This is ridiculous.
No, it's because you are too young. And you just there's this much that you don't understand, and you want to understand more. But sometimes knowledge can be very dangerous. It can be very useful, true, but certain things just you shouldn't strive to understand, at least not until you are
Vague
older.
warnings, useless. All knowledge is dangerous. The knowledge that fire can cook things can also burn people down. Everybody knows that knowledge is dangerous. Just saying it over and over again isn't going to make me want that knowledge any less.
Regardless, that's my answer.
Well, your answer is not very satisfying.
It doesn't need to be.
Okay.
But I believe your friends are waiting for you.
Well,
We'll meet
thank
again, young Zarowin.
Yeah. No, I know. Thank you for the starting points and the language. They are helpful. They will be helpful.
I'm sure they will be. Off you go. And the door just opens.
All right. I put the book back on when I leave.
Okay. All right. So Zarowin comes out of the shack. Lawfrey
I've
has
just
help.
been.
So how does she look?
Pretty frustrated.
Uh-huh.
I've just been talking to Lawfrey, thanking him for their hospitality, for bringing us here, letting us sleep here.
Oh,
All
sure,
that.
sure. Yeah, it's no worry. We just got to do what we got to do.
Do you have any tips for when we get to the Summer Forge?
I wouldn't trust those Fae, not as far as you could throw them.
Yes, that seemed pretty clear already, but I appreciate the advice nonetheless.
I'm sorry my father couldn't be here to see you off.
Well, where is he?
He had some business to take care of over Marlow Way. Some trading and whatnot. Probably also going to let them know that things are a little bit safer in the swamp now. The Dark Fen's a much safer place since you and your friends came through. So I'm sure people will be appreciative of that.
Oh, can you do a small favor for me, actually? Just a small one.
Perhaps.
I just need somebody to travel to Wygate, just out of the swamp. There's a merchant there, a little gnome man. His name's called Wiggins. I'd like somebody to let him know that we dealt with the dragon, and his help was instrumental in taking it down or dealing with it.
I'll pass that message along. I know Wiggins well.
You do, then. That's interesting, but I thank you.
So after I see Sarowyn and I'm assuming Auntie Antropos comes out as well,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just message to her. How much does she owe you?
To who?
To Auntie Antropos?
Ooh. Give me a give me a Constitution check. A Constitution saving throw. Oh.
Add 3.
Okay. You do that thing.
Uh-huh.
She glares at you. And you are frightened by her.
Okay, I immediately start moving away.
Oh wow. She didn't like that at all.
I was just asking a discreet question. Yep, nope. I'm finding like a corner. I'm maybe hiding behind Leon Kerr if I can.
Okay, Lawfrey kind of just gestures towards the path. He's like, "Y'all be safe."
Same to you.
Always. And you guys head out the path. Unless anyone's dallying.
Nope.
And you guys... My Darkfen map isn't quite large enough, but... Where's my swamp at? There's my swamp.
And Cagden is more than welcome to ride Leonker.
Okay, yeah. You're able to get him up on there. And
Oh, was his friend here as well? Are they both coming out with us?
We never did meet up with him again.
No, he's
Oh,
not,
no.
he's not there.
Dang it.
You guys exit the Darkfen right about there. You go about 100 yards down that road, and you realize that you are so much further away from where you entered. Like, you're, like that, whatever that path did, it like moved you a lot further than you should have been.
I think that's enough time in a swamp for me.
I agree. Should
You
get moving now.
when you have a couple of like stray leaves on your cloak, and like Raudazzer just sighs and just uses prestidigitation to like blow them off of you. Hopefully, the rest of the trip will be much cleaner.
I hope so too. It's exhausting.
But fun, right?
Oh, absolutely. That dragon, I hadn't had a fight like that at all before.
Me neither. It was very scary.
We sent it running, though.
I gained a bunch of experience points. More than I've ever gained at one time.
See, there's something to be said for field work as opposed to just study.
Agreed. I do not want to fight another dragon again so soon, but part of me is like, I can't wait to fight a dragon again so soon.
See?
And Osmorn says something Osmorny there.
I imagine talking about us being newbies to dragon slaying or something like that.
But it's only about midday, so you guys can. It appears to be midday. The sun is high in the sky.
Cagden, do you wish to journey on with us, or was there some place that you needed to go?
Where are you heading?
To the Summer Forge. Is that what it's called on this plane as well? That area right there?
There's an area known as Summer Forge. Yeah, and you knew that as well, Dax. There's an area known as Summer Forge in that forest there. There's a small village, and the organization I belong to. Oh man, that organization. I don't have my notes up, man. But the group that supports the Cavalier. They have a small keep there, and he'd be willing. He's like they'll put me up there. So
the Valonier? Is that what they're called?
Yep, the Valonier. Yep, the Valonier. Thank you. Yeah. So so he says you can drop him off at the village, right outside the woods by Summer Forge, and he will be fine there. You can spend the night at the keep to rest up and stuff.
We would appreciate that.
Kat, what day is it?
I stopped keeping track after I asked the head that question. Hang on a second.
No worries. I have it in my. I've been cleaning up my thing in order to preparing to move everything to the new game.
So the head was right before we found the secret entrance, right? And went in? That same day?
Well, it was a head that we hadn't asked anything, so there wasn't like a 10-day thing.
Right, but when you actually used the spell, it was that day, because we were going to wait, and then we didn't.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think it is because we slept in the cabin, it's still the same day?
No, hang on.
The 13th was when Regnat dies and you guys headed back out.
That's the last day that I had written down as well. So then Regnat died, and on the same day we went back to the camp, and then killed Lursk because we got out the thing, and then we ran, and then we had split up, and then we slept that night, so it was 8:14. And then 8:14 is when we met up with Atropos.
Okay, and then you guys spent the night there.
And then we spent the night there, and then 8:15 we headed to the temple. So it is 8:15 because we used the coin in the temple.
Right. Okay. All right. So the rest of your trip to Summer Forge is just it's about 144 miles, and to be honest, that passes fairly uneventfully. I mean, you guys are able to stop at like small villages and taverns and towns and stuff, and rest up. I don't know if there's anything you guys wanted to do or purchase along the way, but
Yes, if there's anywhere to buy incense, I want to get Tioan back.
yes, you can absolutely. There's a small town where you can buy incense.
Great. I spent 250 gold on enough incense for 10 charges of getting back Tioan.
Okay.
And I'll be drawing a map with some descriptions during that time.
God. I get Tioan back and I bring him back as his beautiful owl self.
Okay.
He's much happier.
All right. So after, how far do you travel in a day? What was it? Where's my travel notes? Why did I start cleaning things out so early?
I remember there being travel notes in here.
I know, I can't find them. I'm just going to, real quick, I'm just going to look up rates of travel 5e. 24 miles a day. So let's say about a week. After about a week, you reach the village of Erdogan, Erdagagan, where there is a small keep of the Valinair.
After how many days?
7 days. Just going to round it off to 7. So it is Sunday the 22nd.
Is Erdogan Ermagerd on the map?
It is not. I will put a little X there.
Captain,
Yes.
does the Valinier have a library?
I'm not sure if they have a library here in this keep, but I suppose it's possible they may have some notes, some information.
Do the Cavaliers have a library or a center of information that they store?
Oh, I'm sure at the main castle they absolutely do.
What main castle?
It's over more towards the border. I believe your friend Dax probably knows.
Yeah, probably.
Are you still mad at him after 7 days?
I'm mad at everyone right now.
Oh, for 7 days you're staying mad at everyone? No. Okay.
That's all. I just wanted to ask.
Okay. All right. So, as I said, you guys can spend the night in the keep there. It's right outside
Yes.
the forest. It's not too much further to Summer Forge. And there
Do we
is
each get a room, like to ourselves?
You can. They have enough rooms there. There's not a lot of people staying there at the moment.
Oh my god. Sarah sleeps in. And it has a really long bath in the morning.
Yeah, there are people there to like heat up water and stuff so that you can take a really long bath. Absolutely.
Oh, then Wynn is going to enjoy this too.
Are they
Yeah.
are they private
I think
or are
we
they
all-
communal? Yeah. Do we get our own bath or is it a communal bath?
It's a communal bath. Although if anyone wanted to bathe alone, they could work something out for you. And I mean, you could go at different times. You don't have to all go at the same time. It's completely up to you.
I would sleep in and then not eat breakfast, but go and hang out in the bath for like the rest of the morning until lunchtime.
Okay.
And so I've got some of Odin's sacred herbs. I'm gonna spread them in to make the bath like a nice aromatherapy bath. And I'm gonna use sending, and I'm gonna message Win and say that I'm making a nice scented bath if he'd like to have a lovely one with herbs and smelly lovely things. And then I stay in there for hours.
So
Why
Wynn's
did you
going to.
roll a wisdom save? I just try to give you a bath.
Mm-hmm. Wynn's going to go up to Raudhauser first.
Mm-hmm.
Raudhauser,
Yes.
you want to experience something that's better than using prestidigitation to clean off?
What's better than prestidigitation? Do you need me to?
No. This is not anything that you need to do work on.
Okay.
They apparently have amazing baths here, and you should, and we should all go.
Okay, I've taken a bath before.
But from what I'm hearing, the baths now are nice, real scented. Like it's a great experience from what I'm hearing.
Okay, I feel like maybe you thought that I didn't know what a bath was.
Well, I don't know what Dragonborn go through.
They take baths.
You lived with goblins for so long.
Some of them also take baths.
Maybe goblins take baths.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm learning things about goblins.
They take baths on their birthday.
Okay, well this can be your birthday.
It's another 2 weeks out, but okay.
Oh, 2 weeks out. Okay, well this can be an early birthday.
2 weeks to my birthday. I should probably make a note of that if Roundhouser sticks around long enough for you guys to have a birthday party. 2 weeks to Roundhouser's birthday.
I drag Raudhauser to the baths as well.
Okay, yeah, he goes to the baths as well.
Sarah's kicking it in the bath.
Ooh.
Mm.
And I just dip my hands in to feel the temperature.
It's warm. It's a nice warm bath.
Wonderful.
And it smells lovely.
Uh-huh.
Nice thing about keeping Odin's sacred herbs around is that some of them just smell beautiful.
Really? Which herbs?
Cinquefoil. Get in, Raudhauser.
He does. He gets in. He's just like, oh, this is nice. It smells good. The water is nice and warm. And, hey, there's that pixie.
What?
And sitting on the edge of one of the tubs is Bink. He's like kind of like kicking his feet in the water.
You know, the nice thing about not being in the Fae is that you can be undisturbed and not have people pop up around you.
What does that mean?
Doesn't it get exhausting, Bink?
What, bats?
Not knowing who's going to turn up just at the blink of an eyelash.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am enjoying myself.
So am I.
Hello, Bink.
Hello. You guys are almost there.
Almost.
On the road to Summer Forge, you'll find a wagon, an overturned wagon. And Titania says that's where you should cross over.
Okay.
And then he goes like into the bath, like underneath the water. Boop, 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 boop. He comes back up. He spits the water out like a little fountain.
Ugh. It tastes nasty.
Where's Dax? Everybody should have a bath.
It smells better than it tastes.
It does smell better than it tastes. That's yeah. It's not very good tea.
Dax is in his chambers right now. He already took a bath like way early. Putting things up. Worrying right now basically about,
He's brooding.
He's like, man, Sarwin hates me. I didn't think I'd be back here again in this keep. But it is kind of nice how this thing is a lot larger than when I was here last time. A lot more secure, it seems. But he has no idea what it's going to be like going to the Summer Forge.
I'm sorry I've been annoyed lately, guys. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at everything.
The temple wasn't what you expected, I know.
Well, it would have been if they didn't destroy it like everybody seems to do with things that are... Anyway.
It's a forest. It doesn't have our thought process or need.
Even people with our thought process. Everybody just wants to destroy things just because they're dangerous. They could be useful. They could be important. Just... It's infuriating. Trying to find answers and everything is... Ooh, knowledge is dangerous. Be careful. As if I didn't know that already.
Answers have a way of coming eventually.
Not in my experience. Anyway. Let's just relax and have a bath.
Oh, maybe this will help. So I'll take the, and I'll give you an actual map of it later, but I'll take the map, what I wrote down and tried to get of what I could remember from the temple, and I will major illusion it up on a wall.
Okay.
And just start pointing out, like, here's where the undead, or the undead UNT were, and with like a lifelike picture of the face popping out.
Mm-hmm.
And same with the undead snake, trying to give the perspective of the size.
Wow.
And as much of the shrine as I can recall.
That does make me feel better.
Radazzer also shows the stuff that he's drawn, like from his memory and stuff. You know, he's got a lot of like really good, pictures of some of the snake motifs that were on the walls. A really nice sketch of what the temple looked like. A really good sketch of the dragon.
Excellent.
How did you have time for that, Radhauser?
Just from memory, I remembered what he looked like, and I mean, I see him every night in my dreams. It's not good. It's not good dreams. I'm like, hey, we're fighting dragon, and then...
You want to know the good thing?
Yeah.
I can guarantee you he has nightmares of us.
That is a good thing. That makes me very happy.
Oh. I'll say in Elvish to win. Win,
Yes.
thank you for what you wrote. I didn't make any copies. And here, and I'll like pull it out of my pack, and I'll submerge his note in the water so that the ink all runs, so you can see that it's being destroyed.
Thank you. That's been worrying me.
Sorry. I won't press you for any more secrets if it makes you that uncomfortable. But I'm glad to know it.
It may be pertinent depending on what happens when we cross over.
Are you coming with us? You don't have to. I don't want you to be frightened.
No, it's not near my home necessarily. It should be safe.
Okay. Well, if you'd like, before we cross, you could attune to this necklace that prevents someone looking at you. And then once you're in the Fae, they wouldn't be able to find you even if they looked. I just want it back, that's all.
That would make me feel a lot better, yes.
Okay. We'll
I'm
do
sure
that
it
then.
would.
I don't suppose you have any more information about that, do you?
About the bath?
About home.
No.
Oh,
I've been so busy. Titania's had us doing all sorts of things, and I've been so busy. That's why this bath feels so good. I really should have gone straight back, but wow.
it's nice. Actually, when I could hide you now, I could just refresh it every 8 hours until we get to Feywild, and then while we're there, so that they don't even know you're necessarily heading that direction. And they won't know where we cross over.
Hide me how?
Hold on. I'll be right back. I jump out of the bath and I run naked back to my room.
Okay.
And I grab my spell components and I come back to the bath.
Quite a few people like in the hallway are like, oh my goodness, and they're like, averting their eyes and stuff.
Oh, calm down. All right, I jump back in the bath.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, hold still. And I pull out my bag of diamond dust, and I get a pinch worth about 25 gold.
Okay.
And I cast non-detection on Win. And I sprinkle gold diamonds all over you so you're sparkly. Like a glitter pen dipped over your head.
Does this have to go on my clothing?
No, it's on you now. I thought
Okay.
you'd like this under. Prefer that.
Yes, I would. This should help.
I mean, the diamonds, you could even rinse them off now, like duck under and do a quick rinse, but the effect will remain. And then I just do this every 8 hours, and then nobody can see you.
Magically.
Magically. I have enough to do this 3 more times before I run out of diamond dust. Well, not that I run out. I have more after that, but I need them for other spells.
I think this will work. Thank you. I also like the idea of feeling that I'm covered in diamonds.
You're very valuable, dear. I should go tell Dax I'm not mad at him now. Should I? I don't know. Things are strange. What would you do, Lynn? What do you think? What should I do?
I don't see that there's a reason to stay mad We travel too much together.
I'm not mad. I mean, well, I am.
You're not?
Well, I'm a little mad, but I mean, I don't know. No, we should just go. He'll be fine.
One question, though, and
Mm.
you seem to ignore this every time I bring it up. Have you thought more on understanding what a Fey deal means?
Not really getting what you want.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Just remember that next time.
I mean, if I could have gotten into the temple, it would have been really useful. It's not her fault that I didn't get in there.
And if you had, how do you know she wouldn't have tried to extract something that you wanted from there? What if you got knowledge or got an artifact and had to use it for something else?
I don't know. Could get something else with it. There are ways around it.
Do you honestly think you could have tricked her?
I don't know. I know more now. Doesn't mean I wouldn't do it again. It just means I would do it with more understanding.
At the very least, don't do it on an impulse again.
I can't promise that. All knowledge is worth risk. And all knowledge involves risk. You can't get the answers that I'm looking for without risking something. Otherwise everybody would have the answers already.
Can't argue that. Make sure the risk is fun.
That's not as much of a factor for me as you might imagine. Quinn,
Sarah, yes?
would you braid my hair? You look like you'd be good at it.
Sure, I had people who did that, but it looks horrendous.
That's okay. Okay, well then I get out of the bath after that. And we could go.
As they were doing that, Dax was sitting in his room and he was like, "You know what? Enough brooding. It's time to do something about this." And he's gonna go and try and find Cagden.
Okay.
And then, if he finds him, he would like to say, "I'm hoping that you're doing better than we found you."
I am. I'm doing much better. Thank you.
It's good to hear. Do you have any contacts from the Valonier within the Songlands or maybe even Lawfrey?
I'm sure I could get. I do. I mean, I'm sure I could get word to someone. Do you have something you need to check on, or someone you need to speak with?
Hopefully some sort of leader. I want to speak with them. There's a mission that I think is going to be coming up soon, and I'm going to need your help.
I would be honored to help you after all you've done for me. I mean, I'm not going back out in the field again, of course.
Of course, I'm hoping that you can find people who can.
I will definitely start putting the word out.
Thank you. Tell them to Meet me in Sayre about 1 month from now.
Sayer, 1 month. I will do that.
Thank you, Cagden. And if you find any leads on the whereabouts of your nephew, you can send them along to me, and I'll do my best to try and find him.
I will, thank you. And he chokes up a little and he just smiles at you. And
I'll grip his shoulder with my hand and say, "Stay strong, dwarf."
he grips your shoulder back and he's like, "Stay strong, tiefling. And take care of that hammer and it will take care of you. Although once you get to a certain age, I think you should probably pass it along and hang it up, probably earlier than I did."
I hope to get to that age in the first place, old friend.
He chuckles at that. And then he gives you a hug. He like pulls you in and just gives you a hug.
I'm a little bit surprised, but then I return it. Big bro hug.
Aw, big bro hug for the dwarf. My dog hair
And I
is
will-
like all in my mouse here.
Then I will go and try and find the rest of the group.
Yeah, they
Are we all still in the bath? or
yeah,
what?
word on the street, like if you ask anyone like in the hallway, like, you know, there's like, "Oh yeah, no, they're still in the bath. In fact that young lady, she came streaking down here naked. And then she went streaking back. I tried to avert my eyes in time. I didn't want to. I took a vow."
I'm not surprised that was her. I'll go and try and find them.
Yeah,
Thank
they're,
you.
They're still in the bath.
Okay, all right. Shake my head, chuckle a little bit. So I go in there, avert my eyes a little bit, and just say,
I'd like get under the water.
"Oh, what? You're upset about me coming in, but you don't mind this? You're not this. What were you gonna? Eladrin? He's braiding your hair. Roundhouser's right there.
That's different.
Different how?
I guess it's not. Anyway,
I look at Roundhouser and Win a little bit confused.
The bath is wonderful, Dax.
Yes, I tried it out this morning.
And you
It was
got
good.
out?
Can't just stay in that bath forever. We have work to do today.
I suppose so. Thought after the dragon and after traveling for a week, we deserved a little rest.
A little rest is good. You're getting in right now, but we need to get moving. That book isn't going to destroy itself.
I agree, friend Dax. This
I
bath
just
does feel
stare,
good.
I stare at Roundhouser like just really upset. You betrayed me.
Oh, come on. Come on, buddy.
I see that and chuckle a little bit.
He uses like prestidigitation to to like heat your water up a little more.
Dude,
All right.
wizards can make hot tubs. Like, that's, oh my goodness. This is like it should be like a thing. People would pay money for a wizard to just make a hot tub out of their bath, dude.
it's like Donald Trump levels of stupid waste of
It's
money.
genius. That's why you know
Yeah,
people will buy it.
Who could like enchant your bath so that it was always warm, but instead you're gonna pay a guy to stand there awkwardly and heat up your water every now and then.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think one would be enough. Probably 5.
Ay.
Maybe like 1/20th level wizard would be enough, dude.
Ooh, a sorcerer could twin spell prestidigitation. All right. When we'll get up and out very reluctantly.
Okay.
All right, then I'll get out too, and I'll stare Dax down as I do it to prove a point.
I will be averting my eyes the whole time.
So what? Now it's a problem.
Well,
Confusing as all hell. I'm gonna go get dressed.
Okay, I am not going to have Osmorn accompany you into the Summer Forge. Osmorn's intentions are to head towards Sayre. But he thanks you for the lovely time. And, he says, if you're ever in Sayre, look me up.
Will do.
And, keep singing that song.
I will just the next time it's asked for.
And we will see Osmorn again in season 2. Okay. All right. So what do you see? You guys are gonna head to the. You guys are gonna head into the Summer Forge, into the woods.
Yep.
Okay.
Is Bink still here, or did he go away?
Bink is about to leave. He's drying himself off, and he's like,
Well, I better be getting back now. They'll be waiting.
oh,
for
you're
me.
here.
Hey, guy.
Hi, little guy.
What's up, bud?
I'm doing all right. Why are you here?
Oh, I was just giving you some direction.
That's great. What directions exactly?
Just where to cross over.
I look to either Sarahwin or Win
I'm
to
getting
like.
dressed. I'm not there.
Okay.
he's got like a little washcloth he's using as a towel. He's like, he's drying off his butt. He's shaking it off there.
Just a turned over wagon, Bink, up the road.
Yep,
On the way to Summer Forge.
Up the road, there'll be a little. There's a little river, and you'll see an overturned wagon. It looks like it's been there for a very long time, and that's where you should cross over.
All right.
What happens if we cross over later?
You won't be in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be somewhere else.
Will Titania be waiting there for us? Will be.
She will.
Well, all right then. Thank you for telling us where to go.
You're welcome. Bye.
And he just like, blink.
Dax.
Yes.
It may be none of my business. What is going on between you and Sarahwin?
The way I see it, she's at a crossroads in her life right now, I suppose, and she already has a lot of pressure that she's put on herself, and I fear I may have just added to that with my words, but there's people that want to force her to do something, to not give her any choice. And I hope that you may be able to assist me in dealing with them soon. so that she can decide on her own what she wants.
I'll help. I think we're all at a crossroads, and I will leave.
Daxamir ponders that.
Dax will remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So before we go any further, now would probably be a good time to take a quick break. If anyone wants to get some refill their coffee or use the facilities or whatever, and then we will continue on to the Summer Forge.
Sounds good.
Okay. Excellent.
BRB.
Strada's on a horse. Yep. And I don't need that other horse. Yeah, that's all horses I need. Because just the 4 of you. No one else in anywhere nearby or anything. Yeah. No one else. Just the 4 of you.
Nobody.
Okay, so so you guys set out to the Summer Forge, and you're going down that road, and it's a road, all right. And the woods get pretty thick. A lot of trees. It's a nice summer day. Birds and chirpy things and squirrels. Raccoons are like, anytime you see a raccoon, it like flees like immediately. Like the raccoons seem to, they're not normally like they should be nocturnal, but like you see them peeking out, like, like, oh man, no, I'm kidding. I kid.
Whatever.
And you guys are heading down the road through the woods. You come across like where the road's got like a creek to the left-hand side, and eventually you come across an overturned wagon that looks like it's been there for quite a while. There's like weeds growing up through the spokes. There's dust. It's like the wood is all aged and messed up. It's definitely been there for a while.
All right. Well, this is it.
Do we just use what she gave us?
Yes, we do. Do we want to take the horses with us or leave them here?
Well, I don't know. What do you think we might expect on the other side? Do you think we could navigate through whatever's in your home?
It can vary, but I think we should be able to. And it's entirely possible we may need to run away. I haven't been in Titania's realm before. I don't know entirely what to expect outside of some of the nicer things.
Then let's bring our horses with us.
Okay. Well, I guess everybody hold hands? I don't know. Is it proximity or touch, do we think?
Holding hands would take care of both.
Well, I need both of my hands, actually, for the hanky. So, okay, well, I'll get into the middle and everybody hold on to part of my dress or the horse's reins or something.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You guys are still in there.
It's a little ominous that the DM is clearing out the turn order right now.
It is, yeah. I forgot that you guys were already in there. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, that's a little disturbing. But okay.
Okay, so you guys are gonna hold hands and
sing Kumbaya as we travel to the other side.
So I can't hold. I gotta hold the lace hanky in one hand and pull the thread with the other. So if everyone just holds on to like part of my horse or my dress or something, then they're all in contact with me.
Okay.
And then I'll wait for that, and then I'll pull the thread.
Okay, you pull the thread, and for a brief second, a very brief second, you see you see a beautiful thick forest and some strange things, and it looks like this. You see it very briefly, just for a second. And then you're suddenly like back on the road. But things are very different. It's very dark. And all of the trees and everything else just look sinister and shadowy and just very bad.
Did I recognize that flash at all?
You were definitely in the Feywild for like a split second.
Mm-hmm.
And now, Win, give me a what would be the best check for this? Give me a survival check or a history check, whatever you're best at.
Neither.
Okay. But that is a
But
good roll.
a decent roll.
For that split second, you were in the Feywild. You were almost there, and then something pulled you into the Shadowfell.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is just dark and like it just very creepy. The shadows are like everywhere.
And I would just immediately say, "This is wrong. Be ready."
That was supposed to work though. This was.
We're not in the Fae.
Well, where are we?
The opposite. The Shadow. I forget, what was the name again?
The Shadowfell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Shadowfell.
Is there something wrong with? Is there something wrong with the item? Did we do it wrong?
Or it was never supposed to. It attempted to bring us there.
Did we get kicked out, or
Someone intercepted us.
who would know?
Bink.
Who would be
I just say,
watching?
Bink, are you there? Nope.
Nope.
All right, yeah, definitely getting down from the horse.
The horses are extremely spooked. They are not happy. They're like nickering and whinnying just very nervously. Who's gonna take over Rowdowser for combat-y kind of things if there's a combat-y kind of thing, since it's
If
already been
he
spoiled.
says the
Yeah, I
turn
know.
order's up.
Since it's already been spoiled that I brought the turn order up.
If facts not.
I will do Rat this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So there's like all sorts of like creepy sounds like coming from all over the place. It's like and everything's got a strange like echo to it, like very just almost like sinister. The sun is
try
like
the
black
threat
in the
again?
sky.
What do I need?
Can we try
What
the
do I
threat
know
again,
about-
Theron?
Well, hang on. What do I know about the Shadowfell?
You can give me some sort of knowledge check. Maybe well, give me a history check or give me a history check for Sarowin. That would be a history check. Oh, nice. Yeah, you've read all about the Shadowfell. It's another plane of existence that is very it's bad. It's like the opposite of the Feywild almost, and it's kind of connected to it.
Okay.
Let me
All right.
look for
Well,
the best way to explain the
we've
Shadowfell.
only got 2 threads left. So if we try one and it doesn't work, we've got one more shot. So let's just try it again. Okay.
Are you sure that won't just lead us back here?
I don't know, but we won't know unless we try it. It's not like it's our last chance. We got another one after this. And then if we get pulled back, we'll know that something here is pulling on us. Do you have a better idea?
I'm looking around trying to like survey our area around us right now. What's going on?
It
Does
looks
it look like there's anything?
it looks like there's a lot of shadows. They all seem to be moving. Like all the shadows seem to be moving. Like almost like creeping towards you. But like not like not as if they're like what's the word I'm looking for? Not as if they're like alive or intelligent, but like just like you know, oh hey, there's things that aren't completely coated in shadow. Like let's coat them with shadow. The horses are kind of like trying to dart away from it and stuff.
Okay, let's try that then. Let's get out of here. You're right.
Okay. I'm going to write a quick note explaining that we've been pulled into the Shadowfell. I'm going to tuck it into the bridle of my horse.
Okay.
Since it seems ready to run anyway. And I'm going to try and spook it so that it runs during that second that we're in the actual Feywild in an attempt to get a message to whoever's there waiting for us.
Okay.
All right. Worth a shot. Okay. I cast guidance on myself. I pull the thread again.
Okay. Okay. You're back on the road in the regular world for like a split second. Like, it's like it's kind of like fading in and out, and it looks like it's fading back out. You want to spook your horse?
No. I wanted it to be in the Feywild.
Right.
Won't do us any good in the prime materia.
Okay. And then you're back on the road in the Shadowfell.
Damn it.
But this time, things seem to be coming up out of the shadows.
I tuck the hanky away.
And you hear a voice say, "What have you brought us?" Everybody roll initiative so we have it out of the way. Since that's what we're doing, we're getting red. Oh, let me get this dragon out of here. Why is a dragon in there?
It's Mandak's home. We found him. I want Drina now.
Okay, from out of the shadows, these strange looking figures appear. They just like kind of like step out of like shadows. They are. Let me find their description so I can read it to you. Because they're really creepy looking. They're very bad looking. They appear to be human. Their skin's sallow and gaunt, smeared with like ash and like dust and stuff, and like all sorts of like crap. Like they're just like all smeared. They're all carrying staffs of some sort. Most have like little bones attached to them, and yeah, they're definitely sinister looking. And they step out of the shadows and they're kind of grinning, and they're just like, "What have you brought us?"
Nothing?
No, I sense the corruption. There's one of you is tainted, or carrying taint.
What does that mean? We were brought here by him?
Give it to us.
Why? What do you want to do with it?
Give it to us.
Why?
Don't make us destroy you. Give us the taint and you can be on your way.
Can I do anything like channel divinity and yell at these guys, "You will take nothing." Channel divinity my Warhammer. Can I do that out of turn, or do I have to wait until my turn to do
combat
that?
hasn't started yet, but that will probably start
Okay.
combat.
Okay, I will do that thing.
Okay. You do that thing. You channel divinity into your nice new shiny Warhammer.
And it's bright light around us now.
Do you want an aura?
An aura would be great.
Let's drop.
It would look real cool.
Yeah, let's drop an aura on you. 20 feet.
Yeah, 20 foot and bright light.
Okay.
So I do that and then point at the one speaking and say, "You will take nothing from us."
That's this guy here.
Yeah.
And he is like, "Get them, my brothers!" And they all move to attack. Rowdowser.
Yep. So these stones, how high are they? Does it look like they could get over them easily?
Yeah, they're not that high.
Okay. Well, then there goes that idea. Alright. So, yeah, the most important thing first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Priority numero uno.
Okay. You're doing that on Dax, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't move the horse with him, but he's going to move back. He might as well get down from the horse. I don't think he wants to stay on there.
Oh, come on. Roll20 is behaving better, but I'm still mildly glitchy. Ah, look. Okay. Dax, what do you got?
Dax will ride up on Leon Kerr over here,
Mm-hmm.
and he will try and smack that guy who was just talking shit.
Okay. Yes. That happens.
And then, if I Thunder Wave, is that going to affect Leon Kerr too, though? Because I want that to happen.
Oh, wow, what an excellent question I didn't take into consideration. Right now, we'll say no.
Okay, great. Can I Divine Smite on top of the Thunder Wave?
Yes.
Okay, we will first level Divine Smite.
Okay.
And then, as we hit him with it, the whole, in a 15-foot radius, or 15-foot cube around me, like everything just seems to shake and rise up off the ground as a big old thunder wave pulses out from where Dax is swinging.
Okay. So that's let me math. All right. So far, 26. He's got to make a con save. Oh, which he makes. Let me unwhisper his rolls from when I was testing him earlier. But he got a 21, so he's going to take half that damage, and he doesn't get pushed, right?
Yeah, he'll take 5 of that, and the other guy up here has to make it as well.
Okay. He does not make it, so he's going to take the full 11, and he gets pushed back 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy's taking a total of, okay, so it was 26 and 5. Okay.
12, 26, 31
Right.
to the guy I was hitting.
Yep. Okay. All right, yeah, you hit him real hard, and he's just like, oh, man, that you hit me really hard.
And we're going to try and hit him hard again.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
And
you do.
we will Divine Smite first level again. So 4d8.
Okay. So that's 29. What's it look like when you drop that guy?
Oh, the full destining. If you can dust a shadow person, we would like to try and do that. Or just like light him so that all the shadow around him is just gone because I'm too bright.
Okay, yeah, that happens. All the shadow leaves him, and he dustinings.
All right.
Yeah, he gets dust.
And then we moved 40. We can move. We'll have Leonker dash up to this guy,
Okay.
and then we'll smack him as our hasted attack.
Okay. That hits him.
And we will Divine Smite second level this
Okay.
guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that hits him. He's reeling, and he does this. Oh, but the DC is not 0. It's it's 14.
Okay.
Did I not make you a spellcaster? I did. Oh, I see what I didn't do. Okay. Okay, so you take no damage or half damage?
I take half, 3, and then half again because I'm a tiefling, so I take 1 damage.
Yep.
Okay, and then since he damaged me, I'll just do that thing he did right back at
Okay,
him.
Sure. Oh man, he takes 23 points of damage. Oh, he has advantage on that, but that doesn't help him. Okay, but that's good to know. I got to remember that. But yeah, so yeah, that he looks really, really hurt. You've burned some of that ash off of him. He's really upset. Is there anything left you have that you can do?
How far away is... He's too far away. Is he? Yeah, he's way too far away. Never mind, that's it.
Okay. Tion.
Okay. Tion's just gonna fly over here
Mm-hmm.
and make sure there's nobody hiding in these trees to come out and attack us.
Give me a
Arrows.
perception check. It's very shadowy.
He has dark vision.
It's very magically shadowy. It's magically delicious.
Is that a tagline from someone?
Okay. He doesn't seem to see anyone
He charms.
lurking in the bushes.
Okay. That's his turn.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure.
Mm-hmm. Roll 20, behave. Scrolling all over the place. Okay, so that guy who's right up on you, Dax, he takes 2 swings at you with his staff. He misses, and he misses. And he is not stupid enough to try and run away from you, although he really wants to. Did I click your button? I did click your button. Come on, man. This guy across from you, Dax, he shoots. Well, first he is going to first he does this. Actually, this is all he does. No, he does this as a bonus action. Yeah. He is going to hex you.
Okay.
He is going to he's going to hex your strength. So give me a Did you get a saving throw with that?
No, it just happens.
Okay, so your hex is your strength is hexed. And then he is going to he's going to run up over here with his cool staff, and it will be Wynn's turn.
Yep. So they're all using staffs.
Yeah, they all have staffs.
What type of armor?
They are wearing studded leather.
Okay, so no metal.
Not much to speak of.
All right, so the guy down here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. I take that back. I am gonna do what I wanted to. I was thinking of, and I'm going to become beautiful.
Okay, you're beautiful.
Uh-huh. And then I'm going to order him to sleep.
Okay.
So my command.
Okay, what's the DC he's got to beat?
14.
He does. He's like, I'm not tired.
Okay. I'm gonna also get down off the horse.
Okay. And if that's the end of your turn,
Yep.
he's like, no. And he is going to hit you with an Eldritch Blast. Does 21 hit you?
Yes, it does.
For a whole 4 points of force damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And he's going to stay where he is, and it will be Sarowin's turn.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
I'm going to cast a hold person on this little guy down here at the south.
Mm-hmm.
It's DC 14.
Which guy? Ping him again for me.
That one.
That one. Okay. He is going to make it.
No, he fails it.
He's
What
got
does he have
advantage
advantage?
on saves against spells and other magical effects.
Mother fucker. Alright, fine. Okay. I'm gonna get off
Mhm.
and I'm gonna move a little bit closer to him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna shout it. I'm gonna say it a little bit, not whisper it. I'm not gonna be obvious about it. I'm just gonna ask him which one of us he senses it on. Me or Dax. Because Dax has the bag of holding with the shard in it.
Mhm.
So I'm just wondering if they can sense it through the bag.
He's like, they both have it.
Damn it.
He's like, the tiefling and the girl. Get the tiefling and the girl. And then the other guy, man, stop being slow. There you go. Thank you. This other guy there, he is going to... He's going to shoot at Saruman with an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
And he hits her for 9 points of force damage.
Mm-hmm. That happens.
And this other guy back here is dead. So we'll just get him out of here. There is a shimmering as if something else is coming through the darkness up to the north of you. And, oh, that other guy went. I lost him. I clicked the thing too many times. Something is coming through the darkness towards you. And that other guy, come here. Where'd you go, buddy? Which one are you? Come on. Oh, that one. No, it's Radad. Oh.
Yeah.
I can't. I can hardly wait to start the new thing without the without the thing. I can't see which guy this is supposed to be. All right, so one of these other guys is just like, what's that then? And out of the darkness comes a... Out of the darkness comes a person. Does she have comm with her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Baby.
A woman steps out of the darkness, and
Do I recognize this woman?
you do recognize this woman, and she immediately does a thing as she takes these guys by surprise. She takes everybody by surprise.
Okay. So we're gonna hex this one,
Okay?
and we're gonna give him disadvantage on wisdom. I think now with Eldritch Blast I have multiple beings.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna Eldritch Blast this one and this one in front of BB Dex.
Okay.
One.
Oh, man,
Oh, mama.
Yeah. Oh, look, and there's her
Back.
thing. Yay!
Welcome back.
Double that hex too.
Yeah, that hex
So
gets
that'll
doubled,
be
too.
8, and that'll be on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one for the one in front of Dax
That hits him.
at 10.
What's it look like when that guy dies?
Which one?
Yeah.
The one in front of Dax.
It like hits him in the back,
Mhm.
and he just kind of like disintegrates into ash. And then as he falls, Dax sees Drina in the distance. Stepping out
Drina.
of the light, like, get off the white, bitch.
Yeah.
Rowdowser and Wynn, this woman has stepped out of the darkness. She has a little dragon with her, and she has like killed one of these guys and blasted another. Rowdowser, it is your turn.
I like
And
turn
first of all,
around when I hear
happy
Dax say
anniversary.
Drina, but I can't see her through the horses.
Yep. So the guy down in the southwest will get Rave Enfeeblement. Oh wait, that is not what I wanted.
This guy here, right? The guy I just pinged.
No, sorry, that is not the spell I wanted to cast.
Okay.
I don't know Rowdowser spells. That is.
Oh, that is okay. Yeah. Yeah, that crits on the dude.
Yeah.
I'm liking what we're rolling so far.
Yeah, you guys are doing really nice so far here, man. Oh man, he's like, ow! A scorching ray has hit me.
And that's the first one, right?
Yep. Yeah. How many do you get? Like 3?
3.
Well, each one's
Oh.
got a separate attack roll.
You have to cast it. Okay, yep.
Yeah. That one will miss him, and so will that one.
Okay.
But that first
did.
one hit him really nice. He's like,
Yeah.
fire! No like. And then if that is all Rowdowser is going to do, yep, Dax. Dax, it's Drina!
It is Drina.
She came up out of the darkness out of nowhere.
Drina, why, as I'm running over here to bop this guy, what are you doing here?
I've come for backup.
Well, we could sure use it right now, and I'm gonna bop this guy in the head, or try to.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, you bop this
Sweet.
guy in the head.
We will
Such an
Divine Smite
inspiration.
second level.
So it's a total of what now?
15, 26, 41.
What's that look like?
So as this thing gets critted by the Eldritch Blast, and like he's still stunned and shocked by it, Dax just rolls on in and does a uppercut swing with his warhammer, and this guy goes flying into the air and then disperses as he
Okay.
gets de-shadowified.
Yep.
And then I will run over 5 feet,
Mm-hmm.
and I will offer my hand to her. Get on.
Okay.
And then I'll have Leon Kerr dash another. Do we need to go save our friends? They're doing fine over there. Let's go fuck this guy up over here as a team. Second smack.
Okay.
I think
one
that'll
will
miss.
him. Yeah, it misses him.
Last smack.
That hits him.
We will Divine Smite first level this one.
Okay. For an additional 11 points of damage on the 12, so it's 23 points of damage Ow!
And then I think that's it for me. Yeah.
Get them! Get them! T1.
T1 is gonna fly around this way and kind of perch in the branch right here.
Okay. He's not ready to get poofed so soon?
He's not ready to get poofed so soon.
Okay. Dude. Oh, he's dead. Okay. That's why I'm having trouble with him. He's dead. He's dead. Win.
Yep, Southwest guy again. We'll just do Dissonant Whispers.
What are you whispering to him?
Going off of what everyone else, his other friends that have died.
Yeah.
All you are is dust in the wind.
I'm dust in the wind, but I'm not going to move away from you. But I am going to take 7 points of psychic damage.
And then
He's whispering at me!
Up here?
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy to the east, cower before your betters. For command.
I cower for no one! You will cower! Watch as I make you cower!
Mm-hmm.
Alright, this guy is running up on Sarah and he's just like, give it to me! Give it to me! And he attacks you twice with his staff.
Miss. Miss.
Okay, he probably should have cast Hex first, but that's okay. He wasn't thinking. I'm not used to casting Hex. But that's what he does. He misses you a couple of times. And then it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna drop my shield and spear, reach up and grab him around the collar and pull him down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna whisper in his ear.
Okay.
This does seem oddly familiar.
Oh, there we go. Okay. What are you whispering to him?
That.
Oh, is it?
I whispered you.
Gotcha. Yeah, it took a minute for it to pop up in my chat. He looks perplexed. Is that all you're doing?
Does he answer?
No, he just looks perplexed.
Then I inflict wounds.
Okay.
Fucking. Ah! That's all I do.
Okay.
That's my turn.
I'm gonna take these other horses out of here. I'm gonna get them out of here. Well, actually, I think I can just remove them from the. If I just remove.
They didn't run?
They're very well trained.
They are very well. No, but they do. They run off into the. Well, they want to run further into the Shadowfell, but they're too afraid to. They're like, I don't like anything that's happening here. But I do want to delete them because I got way too many character sheets in my journal. Okay. All right. So this guy here, he is going to he's going to hex Win.
Let's see. I think I want to use the Rod of Absorption.
Ooh. Okay.
If I can go to the right place. Oh, I didn't put an action for that in there yet. So it's just flat out canceled.
Yep.
All right.
And you have
so one charge.
Yep, you have one charge in there. And he also is running up, but that's about as far as he can get. And he's got his mace. And then, for the second time in a long time, Drina.
Woo! I'm gonna hex that one right back. Man. And then I'm gonna blast him.
Okay.
I don't know if that one.
Big meanie.
Yeah, that will miss him. But he is
I'm
hexed.
gonna blast him.
That also misses him.
Wisdom.
What are you hexing, though?
I would like to use my inspiration card to add 1d6 to my friend Drina over here for that second
there you
attack.
go. Roll another d6, and yet Dax just dragged that card to the table there.
5.
That hits him.
Aha! 8. What did I say? I'm gonna do wisdom. Did is better on wisdom.
His wisdom? Okay.
See.
As your doorbell rings.
Yeah. And my
Is that a clock?
It's that clock.
Okay, so his wisdom is hexed. And if that is the end of your turn,
See.
oh, roll 20. Why do you hate me so? One of these
Make it
guys is going to
too
go do
hard.
something in a second. There he is. That guy there is going to hex Dax. And he is also going to hex your strength. And then he's going to swing at you twice with his staff. I think. Yeah, there we go.
Miss.
Also a miss. He misses you twice. And it is the end of round 2. Rowdowser.
Yep, magic missile on that guy.
Which guy? The guy by Sarowin?
Yeah.
Okay. He gets hit with
All 3 of them.
3 missiles, and they thud against him, and he's just not happy. He's like, ow! I don't like this at all. Dax.
We're going to try and smack this guy who just tried to smack us.
Okay. Yeah, you smack him.
We will Divine Smite first level.
Okay. He takes 5 bludgeoning and 9 radiant. He is still standing, and he's like, "This may have been a bad idea, boys."
And we will try and go for him again,
Okay. Yeah, that
shouting, "Indeed it was."
hits. He takes 6 bludgeoning.
And then one last smack.
Okay. Yeah, that hits him. I think we should. And then what does it look like when he dies?
We hit into his skull, and then instead of like blood coming out of his head, it's just like shadow, just like dissipating.
Okay. Yeah, he did.
Then we will run over to try and get closer to our buddies.
Okay.
Leon Kerr will dash as his, not dash, dodge as his action.
Okay.
And that is it for us.
All right. Tion.
Yuan thinks everybody's got everything under control, and he's just gonna preen.
Okay. Win.
He must be really ugly to need to stay hidden in the shadows.
Which one?
He's
are you
the guy in the southwest.
Okay. Yes, thank you. I go out of my way to make myself look this ugly.
Good job, then.
Thanks.
And then the guy to the east of me, sleep.
I don't wanna.
He has disadvantage now, right?
Oh,
But it evens out.
Yeah, it evens out.
Yep.
I don't wanna. And I'm just waiting for my. There we go. Okay. Okay. This time, this guy's gonna remember to hex you, Sarowin. There we go. And he is going to hex your wisdom. And he's going to swing twice at you with his staff. Does 21 hit you?
Who?
You, Sarowin.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no worries. He hexed your wisdom, and he hits you for a total of 11 necrotic damage. 7 bludgeoning and 4 necrotic altogether. He's going to take a second swing at you with the staff, hitting you again for 10 and 5, 15.
Ow.
What was that T1 thought? That
She seemed
everything-
fine.
Yeah, everybody seemed fine until like a minute ago. Like this guy's like,
Until like
I finally
2
did
seconds
something.
ago. Yeah.
He's like, you guys just suck. He says to his friends. And it is now Sarowin's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna ask him something again.
Okay. Okay. So you're whispering that to him?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know, but I can taste it.
Damn it!
Why do you
Can't
keep
hit this guy for
you
nothing.
keep whispering at me and touching me? Stop trying to touch me. Why are you always touching me? Okay. Come on. This guy is going to he's going to hex Win.
Yeah, I want to charge this thing up, so I'm doing the route again.
And and he is going to attempt to hex your. Well, he does. He hexes your charisma. He's like, all right,
No,
pretty boy.
I'm using the.
Oh, you're
rod
using
again.
the thing again? Okay.
Yep, I want to charge it up.
All right. But he still says the thing. He's just like, yes, pretty boy.
And I just bow. Thank you.
And then he runs up at you and tries to smack you with his stick. Missing and missing, I believe, right? 13 misses?
Yep.
Yeah. And then it's
I'm too
Rita's
beautiful
turn.
for you to hit. You don't want to mess with perfection.
I'm gonna hit this one, and then hit the one in front of Zeroin.
Okay.
23.
Yeah, that hits this one. He takes 5 points of force damage.
Plus his X.
6 for being hexed.
And then for one, same. He will take 13.
He takes 13 points of force damage from your Eldritch Blast. And then if that is the end of your turn,
Yeah.
one of these other guys will go as soon as I figure out which one. Oh, that dead guy. He doesn't get to go. He's dead. And so we'll be back to Rowdowser, top of the order.
Yep. He doesn't like that. Sarwin got hit. So another Scorching Ray.
Okay? That hits the guy. For 10 points of fire damage.
Oh.
Nope.
Well, that one goes the other one then.
Okay. Yeah, that hits him for 6 points of fire damage.
And one more.
That one will miss him. And it will be Dax's turn.
We will roll up on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to hit him with the bludgeony end.
Okay. Yeah, that bludgeons him. For 5 bludgeony.
And then another one.
Okay. That hits him. For another 9 bludgeony.
And then one last one.
Okay. Hits him. For 6 bludgeony. He is thoroughly bludgeoned.
And that is all I will do.
Okay. Tioan.
Tion's gonna fly over to Serwin. And that's it.
Okay. Win.
This is your last chance to pretend it's a dream and go to sleep. Oops, that's not what I did. Finally.
Okay, he's just like, yeah, maybe it's a dream as he like lays down and like closes his eyes and tucks his like hands under his head.
And then I take out my sword and poke him.
Okay.
Which should be an Instacrit.
I mean, if he's paralyzed. But I don't think he's paralyzed.
Yeah, he's not paralyzed. He's
Okay.
Yeah, and he's just like trying to sleep, like he's not actually
Gotcha.
like sleeping.
But he is prone, correct?
Yeah, he is prone, so.
Alright.
But he's like, you know, hey, I can't sleep if you're trying to poke me. No, that missed him.
Oh, 15 missed him? Okay.
Yeah, 15 missed him.
Um,
Well, actually, technically, he wasn't even laying down yet.
mm,
He wasn't laying down yet. He would do that on his turn.
okay.
So now that it's his turn, that's what he's doing.
Okay.
So he's like, tried to poke me when I'm trying to sleep, and he lays down and puts his hands under his head. And it would be Sarowin's turn. Unless there's something else you wanted to do, Win. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun.
Nope.
Okay. Go for it, Sarowin.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can actually like fucking hit one of these guys.
Okay.
So I'm gonna guiding bolt the one that's still alive.
Okay. Yeah, you do. So he's like curled up on the ground, and he's like putting his hands under his head.
Fucking
No, that's okay. So he's like, just let me sleep, and then like you blast him with your guiding bolt. What does that look like?
he's just closes his eyes and is like, sleep, and then he explodes.
And I
Whoa.
believe that is all of them. Yep. Yeah, so they're
Yeah,
all.
are we out of initiative?
Yeah, you're out of initiative.
Trina! I run up and hug you.
I sit down and I just envelop her in this hug.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Ugh. It's been so long. What do you all found yourself in quite a lot of trouble? I do. I'm quite afraid. I'm here to rescue you.
Oh, thank you. I don't even know how we got here. I was trying to ask someone over their questions, but he was so stupid.
Well, somebody. She moves her fingers around in a circle and boops Sarah on the nose. Maybe a little tainted. So when you put a little hanky, it brought you here instead of taking you to the Shadowfell where I am. Or the Feywild where I've been.
Wait, what do you mean? We
Is it-
got the book.
Is it because of the book?
No. Here, just the handkerchief, if you please.
Sure. Here.
I take it. All right, gather around.
Sarah's like bleeding from the side
Yeah.
of her mouth. And, like,
I was
not
about to ask, is Sarowin look like she's all right now?
She
No.
looks like she's about to pass out, but she's just kind of ignoring it right now because she's so
Okay.
excited to see Drina still.
Okay, well I don't, and I grab her shoulder and lay on hands her all the way up. I'll use all 30 if I need to.
Okay.
You do, but it still won't be enough. I got hit
alright.
for a whole bunch.
Old friends, new friends, gather around.
When Radhazer, this is Drina.
Oh, you've spoken of her before.
Hello, it's good to
Yeah.
finally meet you. I'm Radhauser, and I'm gathering.
And I'm Win
And-
Nalshadar. And I still am in my beautiful phase with flowers blooming kind of out of me, around me, and my cloak just billowing up behind me.
Eh.
And this is Leon Kerr.
Yes.
This is Dax's horse. He says he's his best friend.
One of my best friends. One of my oldest friends.
Alright. Well, we can exchange warm pleasantries quite later, but we shall leave before more of them come back. They're like leeches beating off power.
T1 comes and lands on your shoulder and nuzzles you.
And I take the handkerchief and I pull the thread and I take us to the Feywild.
You do. You guys are in the location that you barely saw for a moment before. and there are all sorts of like people standing around just like solemnly, like elves, and there's even there's a troll, an ogre, even a couple of goblins, but a lot of elves. There's a centaur like off, like, a little further in the distance, and they're just kind of just like standing around like in a circle.
It's been less than 8 hours since we were having a bath this morning, right?
It's probably been about 8 hours.
All right, I'll go refresh non-detection on Win.
Okay.
Oh, good. Wouldn't want that to go away.
Me neither.
All of the trees are like so thick around here. They're just thick and green, and just like they almost like are forming like a large, like almost like a cathedral. It looks very cathedral-ish in the area you're in. There is like some sunlight streaming through. A few areas where like the branches seem to have just kind of like, bent away to allow light in. You've got these large wooden like pillars here that you see in the picture around that stone, which has a little bit of smoke like rising up out of it.
Is this where you've been this whole time, Drina?
Yes, 6 very long, very tiring months. This has been my home. And
It's very pretty.
now that you're not in the heat of battle, you can see her hair's cut shorter, more close to arm length. What was just the one sun tattoo in the middle of her forehead is now spread to like a whole tribal piece that frames her face, goes down her shoulders, arms, waist. She looks more wiser in a way than what she once was when she was with y'all before. And
Yes.
Khan's a different color.
Has it been... Have you been happy?
I've been safe.
That's good.
I mean, I'm as happy as I can be, I suppose. But, no, I've been hard at work. I'm busying myself, really. Titania's been busying me with things, but I've just been quite lonely without you, and no
Well,
Hatch, no Sylph.
No, Hatch had something he had to deal with, and Sylph went
Sylph,
scouting one
yeah.
night, and I think she just needed space.
she might have gone back to Lawfree to try and organize the tribe she's with there. I don't know.
She's a clan leader now, kinda.
Oh, well, that's good. I mean, it suits her.
It does. She's got a really cool bow now.
Look at you two.
Really, are you finished with your work? Do you have to stay once we're finished?
Well, I don't know. We'll see when we get to it. I was just told to come and rescue you because you seem to have found yourself in a place you're not supposed to be.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm assuming it was just because of the book. You know.
Yeah, you guys got yourselves into a real pickle again. They do that, Drina.
It's Bink the pixie.
Hello, Bink.
Bink.
Win.
Hi, Bink.
Hi.
Bink, you didn't say anything about a chance of being sent to a bad place if we tried to use that thing.
I didn't know it was going to happen.
Well,
Well,
if he didn't know it was going to happen, then he couldn't really warn us, could he?
No, I couldn't.
Yeah, no one really knew.
I guess not, but why did it happen exactly?
User error, I suppose.
Because of the book, I'm guessing.
I look at Bink. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell.
You guys are carrying some taint with you.
Yeah.
I mean, not just the book. You guys have got some real bad stuff with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do that.
Oh. Okay. Well, then we won't do that when we travel next time. Is it just the one that I've got or the one that Dax has? Because if we put them in the bag of holding, maybe it won't affect anything.
You see, when someone uses the handkerchief, it takes them to where they want to go. If that place has influenced them in some ways. So I'm guessing someone who has been tainted used the handkerchief which pulled them into the Shadowfell.
I mean, I used it, but I'm just carrying it. I'm not. And I wanted to go to the Feywild, so that doesn't make sense.
Is that where you wanted to go?
Yeah? That's what I was thinking of. Both times. I mean, the first time, maybe my concentration lapsed or something, but the second time, I really, really wanted to go to the Feywild. Drita, you're scaring me. What's going on?
I was thought process. We'll figure it out. Titania will know. Maybe more.
Well, no matter what now, we should get to destroying that book as soon as possible.
Right. Yes. The book.
All right. Okay. Hold on. And I'll pull up my shirt, and I've got like one of those like nervous American white people passport pouches. But bigger. It's sewn out of leather, and it's got like Odin runes that I've put on it, and it's a sewed up pouch with the book inside of it. I take it off, and then I pull my shirt back down. Does Titania have to be here when we do it?
She's coming.
Bink, did you get my question through to her about reading it?
You don't want to read it.
I understand.
She doesn't want
that.
you to read it.
Nobody wants you to read it.
I don't. It was just a question.
Oh, excuse me. This voice, how best to describe it? It's very stern, but at the same time very warm and welcoming. And it says, if you were to read the book, your soul would be irrevocably damaged. And this beautiful, beautiful woman with like flowing golden hair, and she's wearing like this very sheer white like dress with a lot of like green leaves and vines wrapped around it, comes from from between like the people who are around the circle. And Drina, you recognize her as Titania, Queen of the Summer Court. As she enters the circle, like all of those people that were standing around, just kind of just like some of them actually like get down and like fully bow. Some of them just kind of nod their head, like not nod their heads, like bow their heads. And she's yeah, and she's there, and she's like, yeah. So you don't want to. I wouldn't want you to become.
I don't either, but I don't want its power. I just want to make sure there's not information we're losing forever.
The only information that is in this book needs to be lost forever. This book could unmake the world. Could unmake worlds.
Could it prevent it from happening, though, if we understood how it was going to do that?
It could not.
Then how do we protect against?
The only way to protect against it is to destroy it.
That's just so passive.
Once it is
Passive.
destroyed, the danger it possesses will be no more.
Until somebody else figures out how to do it, and then we just destroy it again, constantly on the back foot.
The magic has
No
not
way
been
to
replicated
protect?
in over 1,000 years. Sarah, I understand your thirst for knowledge, but you must believe me when I say this book needs to be destroyed. It must not be read. You've seen what sort of damage even the copying of the book inflicted on your world.
There's no way to read it safely. None at all.
I'm afraid not.
I accept that answer for now, but that can't be the status quo forever.
It will hardly matter once the book is destroyed.
This book, there are going to be other books.
How do you know that?
Because that's how people work. That's how magic works. It keeps leveling up. People keep figuring things out. They hear a story about something that was done one time, and they try to figure out how to do it again. That's what happens. That's what culture is. Setting fire to it's not going to help anybody eventually. At some point, someone's going to figure out a way to make a book we can't destroy. And
So-
then what will we do? Be useless?
So what are you going to do then?
I can't do anything with this one, but I'm saying that I'm not satisfied, and I don't understand where everybody else is.
What?
Here, just take it.
She smiles and she looks at Drina and she's like, she's as stubborn as you said.
Stubborn and studious.
I do like her.
Thank you for talking about me like I'm not here. It sure makes me feel better about you.
She smiles again. She takes the book. And she places it on the stone in the center of that ring. And out of the ground, a piece of wood grows. She takes hold of it, and it appears to be some sort of staff. Like once she plucks it out of the ground, it is a staff. And she says, Drina.
My queen. I go to her side.
It is time for you to take Soul Stang. And she hands you the staff, which is now in your journal.
Wait, where? Oh no.
Did I put it in the right journal? Yes, I did. Okay. It should be in the catalog of the strange and unusual.
No. Of all the old stuff.
Yeah, no, why didn't it? Oh, I put that you could edit it. I don't want you to edit it. I want you to see it. That was my problem. Okay. It should be there now.
Aha, there it is. Ooh.
Drina, if you will ignite the forge, please. And she, she indicates that she wants you to use the staff to.
I do the thing.
You do the thing.
I do the thing.
A bolt of fire leaps from the staff into the onto the stone, onto the book, which immediately bursts into flame. The light is very bright; it's almost blinding, and you can almost feel a chill, coming from the fire as it is consuming the book. And within moments, there's just a pile of ash on top of the stone.
Is it done?
It is done. You are all welcome to take to rest here. Even you, Win.
Oh. I just looked startled at being talked to.
And you will be safe here from my sister.
I haven't felt safe for a while.
We'll feel safe today.
Thank you. And Win is at a loss for words.
Trina runs over and hugs Dex because she knows he doesn't like it.
I've gotten a little bit more used to it. It's good to see you again. I'm glad you're well.
I'm so happy to see you all are well. The ones that are here.
I know it's a bit prying, but have you heard anything about your uncle at all? Or any of your brothers?
My uncle, and it was as I suspected in the beginning that he's also somehow involved with this dark magic taint, or whatever you want to call it. So it's only a matter of time before my brother becomes infected too, I suppose.
Well, that is something else that we must deal with together.
In time.
More taint. Is it? How far is this spreading?
Well, it's hard to tell because people keep burying or burning every trace of it. It's difficult to study.
It's not something you want to study, Sarah.
Sure, much better to constantly fight a losing battle.
How do you know that we're losing? I'd say this is a victory right here.
For now. I don't trust it.
Sarah, and those things we fought in the Shadowfell there. I'm just afraid of what this could do to you if you tried to. You could be like them, just so consumed by it.
Maybe.
Those people used to be good people until they let that magic consume them like a drug. They became addicted to it, would do anything for it.
Well, then there has to be a way to remove it. Stop it from coming up. Bubbling up from wherever it's coming from. Cleanse people who use it. Do something else than just blow it up.
There must be other people that have tried studying this thing, yes?
Not that I know of. Not that I've been told about.
Rowdowser,
Yes?
do you know of anyone who has already tried to study this?
I don't. It's been lost for so long.
Well, I mean,
I'm sure there are people who once, before it was lost, I'm sure there are people who once studied it. And as you told me that that halfling man was able to make copies. Or a copy, anyway.
It's still at the salt bank, as far as we know. It doesn't have any power of its own, but information, maybe. I hadn't thought about that. Apparently, I've heard rumors that there are people among the Cavaliers who might have knowledge of the taint as well.
they would.
And within Drokar. It makes me wonder if the War of the Fell. I don't know.
Well, Sylv was explaining how the ones that attacked us during the war, they were corrupted in some way, yes? It might be because of that.
It might be worth looking in the papers of the Cavaliers if we can, but I know it's a touchy subject, so I didn't want to bring it up.
You can travel there if you want. I must be honest, I have no interest in returning there now.
I understand. Well, we can rest here for the night and then
We can worry about all of this tomorrow, but today we can celebrate a reunion of friends.
that's true.
It gives them an excuse to throw a party anyways, if they haven't started throwing one already.
Yeah, they're kind of throwing one, yeah. I mean, it's not like a big hoopty, hoedown kind of thing, but I mean, they're very happy. There's a lot of relieved faces.
Is Titania sticking around too?
She has wandered off, but she is she's still in the vicinity. Like you can feel that she's like nearby.
Right.
I will
so
grab
much
my
to tell me.
and start joining in with whatever else is going on for music.
Yeah, there are other Eladrin there as well, and I was going to say they give you the cold shoulder, but they don't.
So you all apparently have so much to tell me. Like how you have now found an Eladrin in your party.
Oh, he just kind of showed up one day.
Good people? Not giving you any trouble?
No.
He's been quite helpful, actually.
He's sweet. Don't tell him I told you that.
I won't.
I don't think he'd like it. I mean,
Or maybe he would.
maybe I don't know.
And
There's another one as well. Oh, this is Rowdowser. He came with us to see the tome destroyed. And there's another one, a half-elf, Osborne.
Oh, where is Osborne?
He stayed back at Erdogan.
He said that he'd be traveling to Sayre.
He's been reliable in battle so far, but he's... I don't know. I get an odd feeling. I don't think he's told us the truth once since we've met him.
I'll just have to meet him for myself then, and I'll set him straight.
Don't buy any of his potions.
I won't.
Look, he says they come with guarantee.
Yeah. He does, but they're not. I mean, they're colored water. It's nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, if you get dissolved by acid, and then he loses the money because he has to. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I noticed that too.
And he
Well,
reaches into his pack and he pulls out a bottle.
Rowdowser, you didn't.
Well, I wanted to study it.
Oh, you should know better.
You see, if whatever he sold you, if it's to prevent you from getting hurt, prevent you from dying, well, he can't repay a dead man.
No, I get it now. That Osborne.
I don't know. But come sit down and we'll tell you everything that happened.
Tell me all the things.
So she comes sit down and we go blah, 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 and go through everything that's happened since she left.
A troll walks over to Dax and he's just like, "Hey,
I nod at him.
you wanna arm wrestle?"
I look to Sarwin, Andrina, shrug, say, "Why not, right?"
All right, let's go. There's a stump over there. I'd like to. I've never arm wrestled with a tiefling before.
And I haven't with the troll, so this is going to be new for both of us, I guess.
All right, yeah. He gets down on on his knees and puts his elbow on the traditional arm wrestling move.
Yeah, I do the same and get ready for probably whatever is about to happen next.
He's like, "All right, Doug. All right." He's like, "Go ahead and roll me an athletics check." Okay. You completely rip his arm off. You're holding his arm in your hand.
Hmm?
And he holds from the from the elbow down to the hand, and he grabs the stump and he starts screaming. He's like, "Oh, my arm!"
I'm looking to him and then the hand and then to him. Is it bleeding right now? What the heck is happening?
Yeah, there's blood coming out. He's like, he just looks. He stands up. He's like, "He ripped off my arm. The tiefling ripped off my whole arm."
Wait, Sarwin, I need your help over here.
What did you do?
I just tried to arm wrestle him. I'm I'm not sure. Just help me with this
Wait.
wound right now, please.
Have I seen this troll do this before?
Wait,
Yes,
what?
he does it often. All of a sudden,
Am
like,
I getting trolled? I don't know.
yeah,
that, but-
as Dax is like
Uh,
panicking, like Sarah and like or whatever. I don't know if he's panicking, but like he's flustered.
Druna
Like
is
he just starts
laughing.
laughing. The troll just starts laughing, and everyone else around just starts laughing. He's like, oh, give him a hand, oh, and he takes his arm back from you and kind of sticks it back on the.
If I see this going on
Yeah.
on the troll, like as he's laughing, just to like push him even more over the edge.
Okay. All right, so he's laughing, and he starts laughing like uncontrollably. He is just like rolling around like in the dirt, just like he can't stop.
As he's on the ground, I lift up the hand that got torn off, and I raise both my hands, and we're all just waving to the crowd. I'm just owning it right now.
Woo! The tiefling is a good sport. And he is just like he's like holding his like belly. He's like, oh, it hurts so. I'm laughing so hard.
All right, Win. That's enough of that. I think he's been punished enough.
Fine.
Oh, he's like wiping tears from his eyes. He's like, this is so, I've never laughed so hard in my life.